So, welcome back everybody. This is a little bit of an interim episode which covers some of the maintenance I've been doing on the boat over the winter. It covers a short whistle-stop trip that I had out in October for 24 hours just to secure the boat for the winter. And then I came back out in April for 3 days to do some further maintenance jobs on the boat before launching on the 29th of May. The other news, for those of you who don't know it, is that I have signed up to do the ARC Rally in November 23, which means we will be crossing from the Canaries across the Atlantic to the Caribbean to spend a couple of seasons in the Caribbean, which is really exciting. A little bit daunting as well. It'll be 21 days at sea without seeing land. So there's lots of preparation to do, and there's also lots of stuff that I need to do to the boat, as they are quite strict about their sort of safety criteria, and they will do a safety inspection on the boat to make sure we've got all the equipment and it all works. So yeah, there's lots of preparation, and some of the maintenance that I'm doing in this episode is related to prepping the boat for that as well. So enjoy, and yeah, here we go. Here I am, just arrived at Preveza Airport and decided to walk to the marina. It's about a 30-minute walk, and seemed a bit silly getting a taxi, although it is quite warm. I think it's about sort of 20 plus degrees, and I've got my fleece carrying a pack, but other than that it's fine. I think the Google map says it's about another 10 minutes, so not far. So here we are, 10 minutes later. Beautiful sea, chap doing a bit of fishing over there, nice calm sea. That's the marina over there, not very many boats left in, and all the masts you can see. Over there is the yard where everybody's parked up for the winter. I'm hoping one of these tavernas is going to be open. Doesn't look very lively in there, otherwise I might be going hungry. We'll see. Here we are, back in the boatyard. A quick trip back. Got a few jobs to do. The mainsail taken down yesterday, which was a bit of an ordeal. A couple of the battens came apart inside the mainsail, so it was a bit of a pain to do that. So I've got a couple of hours before my flight, so I'm just going to have a quick tidy up, take a few photos, do a list of jobs that I want them to do, and then yeah, I'll walk back to the airport. So yeah, it's always looks much bigger out of the water. The boat looks huge. There you go. So yeah, just about ready to head back to the airport. Boat's looking quite clean. I haven't really actually cleaned the decks or anything like that, but this doesn't look too bad. So I managed to take the mainsail down on my own yesterday, which is a bit of a mission. Taking all the sail battens down, which are vertical sail battens down, which I've laid on the side of the deck there. I've put all the tucked all the ropes away, make sure everything's covered over. I've repowered the batteries. The engineer who came and did some of the work on the engine left the power on, so we were right down to 8 volts, but I've managed to recharge those, so they're back up to about 13 volts, so all looking good. And yeah, I sorted out the inside a bit, which is a bit of a mess. So yeah, I'm not quite sure when I'll get back again. I'm going to try and come back in April for a few days just on my own, just to do a bit more maintenance. So yeah, say goodbye to the boat, and I'm going to walk back to the airport now, about 10:15, and yeah, I'm going to leave in about 20 minutes to walk back. Flight's at 12:30, but I haven't got anything to check in, so it should be fine. So it's Monday, 2nd of April. very early flight this morning. I left home about 4:30. 7:30 flight from Gatwick. Arrived in Preveza 1 o'clock, and a bit of a queue at passport control, but anyway, arrived down at the marina about 2 o'clock, so just had a wander around, and yeah, there's a few things to do on the boat. So I'm just sorting out my job. So I'm going to try and paint the hull, do the anti-fouling, and in particular I'm going to try and do this prop, which looks a bit manky. These are the sacrificial anodes that I need to change. There's one at the back there, and there's a collar here as well which needs to come off. Need to try and dismantle the prop, grease the prop, try and get some of these barnacles off, and yeah, got it all looking smart. I think that's going to be my job. Got a few issues up top as well, which I need to try and sort out while I'm here, and yeah, just scrape the barnacles off and give it a lick of paint. So yeah, I'll keep you busy for a couple of days. So I'm only here for 4 days. So this has been my job this morning. Dropped all the anchor chain off. I've measured the anchor chain, and I've put some little blue markers in the chain. Hopefully they'll stay every 10 metres, because one of the issues we've been having when you've been anchoring is not knowing how much chain we've got out, which is quite important. And this is my pride and joy. So this is my new Rockner 33 anchor. It's pretty oversized for the boat, but bearing in mind not to go to the Caribbean, we're going to be doing quite a lot of anchoring. We need to make sure that we can rely on the anchor. The old anchor, which I've now taken off, is this one here. This is a 27 kg Ultra, which is a really good anchor, and actually has done really good service. And I'm going to see if I can probably offload that to somebody else, because... Morning, 4th of April, 7:45. Quick update on my maintenance projects to date. Yesterday fitted the new Rockner anchor. No expense spared. Cleaned out the anchor locker. Got all the anchor chain cleaned, and that's all sorted. This morning the big task is fitting this satellite phone system. I've organised for a couple of guys, electricians, to come and see me, date 30. So this is the Blue Sky Skylink system. It comes with what looks like a pretty old-fashioned telephone, but it means that anybody who doesn't know how to use it can just use it like a normal telephone. It's obviously a satellite phone, so it's got a satellite card in the box. Connects up so you can use it anywhere in the world, and there's an antenna which you need to fit down the back. So started dismantling the electrics for them. So this is the behind the panel, which I'm hoping they're going to put it in there, and the big task I think is going to be running the wires through back here, down through these cavities all the way down to the back to run the antenna. Anyway, hopefully they'll come in the next 45 minutes, and then we can have a briefing and see what they want to do. I've downloaded the installation guide on the computer for them, so they can have a look and see what they're up against. Well, it's Tuesday afternoon, and this is the endeavours of our work today. It doesn't look very much, just looks like a telephone, but I can assure you there's a lot more tackle that's behind the panel there. So we've got a satellite phone installed. It rings. I've tested it, I've made a test call in it, and I've also rang it up as well, and it's just like a normal phone that you'd have in your house really, but works through the satellite beacons. The software on the computer works through an IP address, and you've got information that is displayed on both the satellite signal strength and also the cellular. There's two cards in the Skylink box. One's a satellite Iridium Certus card, and the other is just a normal data card from 3. So you can opt to use it either in cellular mode or in satellite mode. So yeah, it all works pretty well. So this will enable us to call from mid-Atlantic, all being well. So yeah, really pleased with that. Well, I've really done an awful lot apart from this today. That would have to take a whole boat apart to put the antenna cabling at the back of the boat. So yeah, that took quite a bit of time, feeding all the cables through the boat. But yeah, good job. And still waiting for the guy to come and have a look at the seal for the sail drive. Said he was going to come on Monday, then he was going to come today, didn't turn up, and so I'm hoping he's going to come tomorrow. And you can probably hear the noise outside. It is absolutely blowing a hoolie out here, so I'm sure you can hear the wind whistling. It always sounds worse on a boat somehow, even when you're on stilts. But yeah, it is pretty windy here. To Werner for the my evening meal before I settle down. So here's my advert, which I'm rather pleased with. Last year when we went to Palermo, we had to buy some emergency batteries, which were very expensive, and also just changed the Rotner anchor. So I've got the old Ultra that I'm trying to sell as well. So I had the bright idea of putting this up with the men's loos. And yesterday I had an Italian come to see me about the anchor, and a chap came yesterday evening to ask about the battery. So all being well, they're both coming back this morning, so hopefully I will get rid of the issue of carrying around both of those items this morning and get a bit of cash in the process. So it should be €700 better off. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, on a boat, I didn't get as much done as I'd hoped to. I didn't get the bottom of the boat painted. I didn't manage to do the prop either. So I did ask the guys in the Maria if they could undertake the work for me. The upshot is they came back 5 weeks later to say they didn't have time to do it. So the next episode, we've got a few days when I come out on a bit of a rescue mission to do that work. And then the launch and a week in the Ionians repositioning into Corfu, which is a very pleasant start to the season. So look forward to that.